It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court. The Hawks will kick off their road trip right here. And, of course, Doug McDermott. His first game as a Boston Celtic, a very exciting day.
You know, like you were saying, the trade has the team buzzing. I mean, they're on fire. You can already see it in the warm-up, how loose and confident they look out there.
You know, and also gives players a huge boost knowing that the guys running this team, the owner, the front office, they also are committed to winning. And so that, in and of itself, I believe, gives a player far more confidence to go out there and compete.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Hawks, Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3. Boston on D. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Jordan the screen. Double team on Thomas. Kicks it to Jordan. McDermott, no one around him. They get the rebound. Jordan dishes to McDermott. Outside Bradley. Jordan the screen. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, last year for the Celtics, they weren't exactly world beaters at home. Still good enough, though, to get the job done.
Yeah, just a game over 500 here in Boston. Not great, but at least it was over 500 for a young up-and-coming team.
Now, here's Teague. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Baseline jumper, Horford. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Millsap with the steal.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 1. Outside Bradley. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. Sullinger outside. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Cephalosha kicks to Horford. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Atlanta.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's McDermott. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now Sullinger. Jeff Teague missing from long range. Sullinger passes to Bradley. Sullinger with a screen for Thomas. Bradley dishes to McDermott. 4 on the shot clock. And they get it. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Now here's Teague. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Millsap misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
McDermott with it. Millsap covering. Here's Jordan. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Jordan's got his first basket.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here is Horford. He's coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Here's Bradley, following the basket by Al Horford. Now here's Bradley. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pistons in Detroit. And it's sent back by Horford. Teague against Bradley. Teague kicks to Korver. There's the feed to Horford. The Hawks working the ball around. And Teague, here we go. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
There's a good screen. Sullinger passes to McDermott. Cephalosha with the steal. And now it's Cephalosha running. He can go all the way. And he gets it to go. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Hawks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Sullinger with the bucket. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved Coach of the Year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done taking the Hawks to the top of the East, a few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. But he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Now, here's Thomas. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Shot clock at 6. Thomas kicks to McDermott. Fires for 3. Millsap grabs the miss. Atlanta leading by 3. Pass to Cephalosha. Back to Millsap. The tray. They get it back. Horford, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Outside Thomas. And there's the pass to Bradley. He goes up again. No good. Good work defensively by Millsap.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Cephalosha with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For 3. Celtics call timeout.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
Pass to Green. Splitter against Zeller. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Zeller's got his first bucket of the night. There's the dish to Schroeder. Pass to Scott. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
And it's working for him, Greg. You like that initiative, not settling for stuff on the perimeter.
And Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons. Clark, he was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward. But what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Now here's Schroeder. Defense right on him. Right side Scott. Releases from 15. Evans with some nice D.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his three-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
So it's Atlanta now. 4-point game coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line. You know, guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. When he's able to square his shoulders, he's deadly. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch.
6 to shoot. Butler on the wing. Feeds to Evans. And too long on the shot.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's Galloway. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Zeller inside. He's against Splitter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. His scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage, too, so really solid production in his first couple of years.
Here's Butler. Atlanta with the rebound.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here's Schroeder. It's blocked. Here's Splitter. Celtics trail by 8. Butler on the way. Inside. Here's Zeller. Scott pulls it in.
And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
Here's Galloway. 8 points his last outing. 1:39 left in the first. Evans dishes to Butler. Outside, Green. That one off the back iron and out. Atlanta leading by 8. And the call will be against Langston Galloway. That's his first foul. 1:27 left in the first quarter of the game. Schroeder passes to Scott. And here's Schroeder. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Celtics trail by 10. Here's Galloway. Outside, Green. There's a good screen. He kicks to Zeller. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Boston shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
Really hasn't come together for them as a group in terms of free throw shooting, just around 70% on the season.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Now here's Butler. Dishes to Green. Just 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Shot by Zeller, no good. Atlanta leading by 9. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Galloway. Outside, Green. He dishes it to Evans. Here's Galloway. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
The Hawks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. He hits both from the stripe. .11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Beyond the arc. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And money to it.
Got a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game has been.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working. So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And it's time for an injury report.
Kev, I was able to speak with head athletic trainer for the Hawks about his status. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. The schedule becomes a real grind at this time of the year, and that injury is only going to make things harder on this team. Guys?
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 side. Celtics trail by 6. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
Now here's McDermott following the miss by Al Horford. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. The Hawks leading by 6. Outside Teague to the inside, and he gets it to go. Millsap's got his first bucket of the night.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
Now here's Bradley. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Millsap against Sullinger. Cephalosha kicks to Teague. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And, you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their role superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
What a game we've seen here for Teague. He's got 8 points and 4 assists.
Celtics trail by 11. Now Bradley. Jordan the screen to the middle. Here's Thomas, rejected by Millsap. Outside Korver to the paint. Here's Horford. And again, it's Atlanta.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Looking to end the run. Bradley, no one around him. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammate?
Thomas against Teague. Korver gets a wide-open look in Atlanta again with the bucket.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Thomas. 9-point game his last outing. Jordan the screen. Thomas dishes to Jordan. From past the arc, it will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Bradley.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Horford with the screen on Bradley. And Teague, here we go. That's a 2 from Korver, and it falls over the rim and in. Korver's got 4 points this quarter.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Now here's Sullinger. He's coming off the 19-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Atlanta with the ball after the basket by Boston. And Teague, here we go. Millsap has the open look. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
McDermott can't get it to go.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Korver, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender, and I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
The Celtics making a switch here. Green's checked in. Thomas against Teague. Jordan sets the pick for Thomas. Shot is no good. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
Now here's Millsap. Good D by Sullinger.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside Bradley. He feeds it to Jordan. And stolen by Horford. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Korver with the ball. And the shot is good. That's 10 points for Teague.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Thomas. Right side Bradley. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
And let's review some numbers for Al Horford. 3rd in shooting percentage, 10th in scoring, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And, you know, that's an impressive accomplishment. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why he's one of the best in field goal percentage.
Scotty's checked in for the Hawks. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy.
Here's Bradley after the basket by Atlanta. Sullinger inside, defended by Scott. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Clark, one thing about the Hawks last year is they were very strong on the road, as you could have guessed.
Yeah, but Kevin, they struggled a little bit down the stretch on the road, but still managed to have the best road record in the East.
For the Hawks, Splitters checked in for Horford, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Kyle Korver.
And how about that road record for the Hawks? 25-16 last season. 9 of those wins came during that 19-game winning streak in early 2015.
Now, here's Scott. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
And their field goal percentage shows that, over 60 now. Tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Thomas, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Thomas got 6.
Boy, you look at the Hawks, and they seem to be built to play on the road because they can survive a player having an off game. They're so deep and versatile. Team basketball is a lot less prone to go cold when you're on the road.
Now here's Splitter. 9-point game his last outing. Shot clock at 6. Teague, the pass to Scott. Got a hand on it. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Bradley.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
Here's Teague. That's tipped. Now here's Thomas. He has 6. It's Sullinger with the drive. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Zeller, he's checked in for Jordan. Evans comes in for Daniel Green. Rasul Butler's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Schroeder's checked in.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for the Celtics. He's all alone. Out left to the wing. The kick outside to Butler. Releases. And that one comes up a bit short.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Unloads from 9, and that one's good. Schroeder's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, I don't think you're going to miss too many like those.
Celtics trail by 13. Here's Galloway. Out to the wing. McDermott kicks to Zeller. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Celtics really seem to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Hardaway, no good.
Not the best shot right there with the good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Bazemore misses.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Schroeder. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Releases. Kept alive. Splitter. Evans with some nice D.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
1:37 left here in the second. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at the Hawks. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, Boston, 5.5 games behind.
And, you know, for Boston, they've just lacked that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
You know, you're right. They're not that far from being true contenders, but it doesn't look like this is the season for them to do so.
McDermott with a steal. Kicks to Galloway. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
1:20 left in the first half. The feed to Zeller. And Splitter pulls it down. The Hawks leading by 7. Pass to Hardaway. Looking for Splitter. He gets it there. Schroeder with the ball. Back to Splitter. Tries to snap the cold streak. And the layup is good. And the Hawks lead by 9.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities. And Dennis Schroeder has drawn some comparison to Rajon Rondo. Long arms, very quick and athletic. He's awfully tough to keep in front of you, but he's also a guy that can knock down the mid-range jump shot.
And the dunk by Zeller.
good ball movement. You put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Atlanta, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Here's Galloway. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. It's stolen by Schroeder. Hardaway. And the first half is now in the books. Hawks lead by 11. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They lead by 11. Shaq?
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. They put you...
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Zeller doing all sorts of things. 15 points and some of his offense coming at the foul line with 5 points there.
Clark, 5 pretty big points indeed.
Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jordan is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Bradley. Sullinger the screen. Bradley kicks to Thomas. And another basket for Boston.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Outside Bradley. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Jordan the screen. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from 9. And the officials call a traveling violation.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Paul Millsap. He's averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, Sid, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Second shot opportunity. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Horford against Thomas. Jordan sets the pick for Thomas. McDermott, the open look. The shot no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician. So good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
And Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
Jordan the screen. Bradley kicks to Jordan. Right side, Thomas. Lets it go from the wing. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Now, here's Thomas, following the miss by Al Horford. Down low, here's Sullinger, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
So it's Atlanta now, following the bucket by the Celtics, and it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Bradley. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 6 assists here tonight.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Teague against Thomas. Horford with a screen on Thomas. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Hawks ball.
Well, it's been a heck of a recent stretch for these guys. The centers and power forwards averaging the most points in their positions in the last 10 games. Number 3, Paul Millsap. In 4th position, Al Horford.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yet, no matter how much attention they're getting, they're still going to get their points. I mean, opponents just have to keep fresh legs out there and try to limit the damage and make them work for whatever points they do get.
The Hawks were fantastic last season. After the All-Star break, they did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Brent. Sullinger the screen. Here's Thomas. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Horford. 8 points for him. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And with that height advantage right there, he had a good, clear look at the basket.
And here is Thomas. 10 points for him. There's the pass to Sullinger from 12 feet out. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Here's where Boston sits right now, Kevin, in the current league ranking. First in assists, first in field goal percentage. And they're also ranked number 1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
And how about that assist rate? Great chemistry offensively, playing with one mind, if you will, all on the same page. That's special basketball we're witnessing here tonight.
Some good play tonight for Sullinger. He's got 13 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, they are. It's been a nice element of his game today.
Now here's Teague. 14 points for him. Millsap kicks to Cephalosha. Passes it to Horford. And it comes off the front of the rim. Celtics trail by 12. The dish to Sullinger. Pass to Bradley. Jordan the screen. Bradley kicks to Green. Feeds it to Sullinger. Atlanta with the rebound. Millsap's got 4 rebounds in this game. Korver attacking. He kicks to Cephalosha. Thomas against Teague. Dishes it to Millsap. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Zeller comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Evans in for Jared Sullinger. Bradley can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 14. Shooter passes to Millsap. Teague dishes to Millsap. Evans with the rebound.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now here's Bradley. 11 points in the game. Here's Zeller. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Zeller's got 17. Atlanta's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. From 12 feet out. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Butler, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Here's Galloway, picked by Zeller. Galloway kicks to Zeller. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. 19 points for Tyler Zeller.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
Here's Millsap. Cannot hit. And the Celtics going the other way now. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Green, no luck.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
T kicks it over to Schroeder. He dishes it to Splitter. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles. He knows where he's supposed to be. He gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Yeah, and the Hawks making a change here. Bazemore is checked in. Here's Galloway. And he gets it to go. Galloway has got 5 points so far.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation. And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
Picked by Zeller. Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Schroeder. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Outside Millsap. He feeds it to Bazemore. Here's Schroeder. But they get it back. Splitter dishes to Schroeder. Goes up again. Bazemore misses. Celtics trail by 15.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Outside Millsap. Millsap a screen on Green. Hardaway passes to Splitter. And Galloway pulls it down. Galloway has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside Green from past the arc. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 6 assists here tonight.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Millsap, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Boston. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Langston Galloway.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former 2nd-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Schroeder. They're running on up the court. Bazemore gets the bucket. And the Hawks lead by 13. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Hardaway. Finished off the break. Hardaway has got 8.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the three. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Splitter with a screen on Thomas. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 10 points for him.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Pick by Zeller. Now Thomas. He's got 10. Outside, Green. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Green's got 9 points here in the second half.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Now here's Schroeder. Splitter. No good.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Now here's Thomas. 35 seconds left in the third. Pick by Zeller. Double team on Thomas. Shot off the pick. Rebound Atlanta. Millsap's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Hardaway. The shot no good. Great D that time from Green. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Thomas. Pick by Zeller. Inside, off the pick, and there's Green on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got his 8th assist here tonight.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy do. Very, very well done.
Well, through 3 quarters of... And the final period of play just about to start. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. Bradley against Korver. 6 on the shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get. Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. Adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Jordan the screen. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
He had stolen by Sullinger. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Sullinger the screen. Kicks it to Bradley. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist. Bradley's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Boston. Teague dishes to Korver. Thomas against Teague. Five on the clock. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. Shoots from the elbow. And too long on the shot.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Bradley, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
It's been a good one for Bradley. He's got 13 points and also a block shot.
Hawks were so dominant last year and were the first team to clinch their spot in the postseason.
Hawks also would wrap up the top seed in the East and were able to advance against the Nets in 6 games.
You know, in the second round, the Hawks had a bit of trouble once again with the Wizards. Were able to get by them despite going down 2-1 in that series. Seemed like they were out of gas against the Cavs in the next round.
There's the feed to Korver from deep. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game. Sullinger, left side. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up with it.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Teague, the pass to Cephalosha. Teague with a clean look. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And really, with the Hawks in the postseason, they just ran out of help. I mean, the Korver injury, the Carroll injury were huge against the Cavs. And when you lose that much talent, you could see why they were swept out of that conference finals. Don't forget, they also lost Cephalosha prior to the playoffs.
Lets it go. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Jared Sullinger.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
But, Greg, they can't relax yet. I mean, they've still got plenty of work to do here.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
That free throw missing.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof? Only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Doug McDermott comes in for Green, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. Millsap with the steal. Sullinger against Teague. Looking for Korver. He gets it there. Back to Teague. Picked by Horford. Teague dishes to Horford. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. 14 points for Al Horford.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diaw in the way he treats his body.
5 to shoot. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. Tipped away. The Hawks leading by 6. Cephalosha with it. Now defended by McDermott. Horford against Sullinger. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Celtics have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Galloway. Teague covering. Here's Galloway. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Here's McDermott. Hands it from downtown.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Hawks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Picked by Horford. Teague kicks to Millsap. Horford with the screen on Jordan. Back to Teague. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Teague's got 4 this quarter.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Here's Galloway. Teague covering. Jordan with the screen on Teague. Kicks it out to Bradley. And it's off from three-point range.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
There's the pick. Galloway kicks to Sullinger. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that
And no
fun.
doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
Here's Galloway. Teague covering. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. Good work defensively by Millsap. Atlanta leading by 7. Outside Teague. Korver passes to Millsap. Comes up empty down low. Boston's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Here's Bradley. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Teague with the ball. Outside Millsap. Horford sets a screen for Millsap. No luck. Good D by Jordan. Here's Galloway. Pass to Sullinger. And here's McDermott. Here's Jordan, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Hawks. Sefolosha dishes to Horford. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Picked by Horford. And here's Korver from the arc. Rebound, Boston. Sullinger's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness. But no question, he's improved his skills and IQ.
Thomas checked in for Langston Galloway. The Hawks leading by 4. Now Schroeder. Picked by Horford. Here's Sefolosha. Jordan with the rebound.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
Here's Sullinger. The short one's on the money. Sullinger's got 12 points in just the second half.
shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
The pass to Schroeder. There's the dish to Millsap. And that's good off the glass that time.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Celtics trail by 4. Outside Bradley. Sullinger the screen. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. And Sullinger missing. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Sefolosha passes to Schroeder. Passes it to Millsap. The shot will not go. Great D that time from Jordan. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Bradley can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 4. Sefolosha dishes to Schroeder. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Horford. Connects on the 17-footer. Horford's got 6 in the quarter.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Bradley can't get it to go. Atlanta's shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Schroeder kicks to Horford. Outside Korver. Launches it. Rebound Boston.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Pass to Schroeder. Sullinger against Horford. To the wing right side. Now here's Schroeder. And a dunk by Horford.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
At the line for the Celtics, Jared Sullinger.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from Sullinger. Eight-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his third personal foul. At the line for the Celtics, Dennis Schroeder. At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now here's Thomas. He's guarded by Schroeder. Thomas with the ball. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Gets the first, and that will put them up by 9. Schroeder hits them both.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Here's Galloway. They kick it out to Green. Now Amundsen. It's tipped. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
Well, Paul,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jeff Teague.
When it comes to Jeff Teague, there's an aggressiveness to his game that allows him to be a difference maker. He's always going to be the one who dictates the pace of the game. I love that about Teague. He's just as skilled at orchestrating for his teammates.
Boom, 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 boom.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal,